Okay, so just to touch upon what Moose said, one of the reasons why we mentioned our biography, just so you know who we are, because in our culture, right, we have this thing about street cred, right? And unfortunately, Shaitan, Iblis, and his soldiers amongst men and jinn, has tricked the people, and he whispers these things to you, that just because a person that hasn't been incarcerated, he's not clued up. He doesn't understand. This is a lie. You don't have to go to jail to know what's going on. You don't have to go to jail to become thorough. You don't have to be in the streets to know everything about the streets. We have the haq. And nobody knows more or better about Shaitan's trick than Allah Azza wa Jalla and His Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and the Sahaba. Right? So just because the ulama and the tulab al-ilm is not in and out of jail, that doesn't make them less credible about what's going on about Shaitan's tricks. Because technically, who knows more about Shaitan's tricks than the ulama and the tulab al-ilm? Because it's the tricks from Shaitan, what leads to incarceration. Right? So I just wanted to touch upon that. Because you hear people say, well, he hasn't been locked up, so he really don't know. This is a trick from Shaitan and his soldiers from amongst men and jinn. You do not have to go to jail. You do not have to go to jail. You do not have to go to jail to have street credibility. And I say that to say because sometimes Shaitan tricks us and we don't want to listen to our people. Just because they haven't been to jail, that doesn't mean that they don't know. This is a trick from Shaitan. And Allah Ta'ala is Al-Alim, the all-knowing. Right? And the ulama are the inheritors of the prophets, right? So the prophets had the most knowledge about Shaitan and his tricks, and he passed it on to the Sahaba, and the Tabi'een, and the Atba'u Tabi'een.
Because out of love, right? A love that's better than any love for the dunya, any love between a man and a woman, wealth, or anything else. For Allah Azza wa Jal sake, first and foremost. Secondly, just in addressing all of you, right? And this isn't, and we wanted to stray from trying to lecture. Because I remember when I was young, I wasn't trying to be coached. I wasn't trying to be lectured to, right? Because we come from this environment and we're around certain people that we see and we have certain influence that we're subjected to, right? That we know better. We think that we know better. At this age, I thought I knew everything, right? So first and foremost, I'm just here to share my experience with you, right? So my name is Mujahid. My government name is Marco Maldonado. I was 19 years old when I was wrongfully accused, convicted, and sentenced to life without parole in the state of Pennsylvania, right? So let me be clear. I was born in North Philadelphia in an area called the Badlands, right? At 19 years old, I was locked up for a murder that I didn't commit. I spent 28 years in prison. 28, right? And alhamdulillah, this is something that Allah Azza wa Jal blessed all of you with that He didn't bless me with. All of you were Muslim at a very young age. Children, some of you born into Muslim families. I didn't have that near. But Allah Azza wa Jal, alhamdulillah, got him to Islam at the age of 19. And more so, even better, He got him into the haq, the Salafi da'wah, the Salafi manhaj. And this is something that all of you been guided to. Alhamdulillah. So take advantage of that, right? Take advantage of that. I want to stress that. But at 19 years old, I was locked up, was a Muslim, grew up in a bad neighborhood for a crime that I didn't commit. It took 28 years to be released and acknowledge that I was not the one guilty of committing that murder.